My name is Stanley Anderson. I'm a 54-year-old Long Island-based chiropractor. I've worked and practiced here for many years. I'm a lifetime soccer player and recently suffered a horrific injury to my shoulder. I dove to make a save, and by the time I reached the ground, my shoulder wouldn't move anymore. I knew I had a problem right away. The pain was more than I could ever have imagined. My concern was that that might have been the last soccer game I ever played, and that I had to figure out how I was going to treat patients the next day. So immediately following the injury, I got in my car, left the soccer field, and I drove to Total Ortho Express in Massapequa, knowing that I would see a doctor there and get some sort of answer to what my injuries were and some form of treatment. While I was there, x-rays were taken of my shoulder. They put me in a sling, gave me some painkillers to take care of in the short term, a prescription for physical therapy, with instructions to follow up with Dr. Ruotolo as soon as possible. The injury to my shoulder was a complete rotator cuff tear to my labrum, and significant damage to my bicep muscle. My shoulder injury made it impossible for me to treat patients, impossible to play soccer, impossible to work out in the gym, and impossible to do most of the things that I really needed to do on a daily basis. Pain was always present. So for me, the overall fear of not being able to live the life that I had spent 54 years creating was devastating to me. I followed up by going to see Dr. Charles Ruotolo. He advised me on what my options were. We decided that surgery was the best course of action for me. I knew that there was going to be a significant change to my lifestyle, but I also knew that the injury was such that I was going to have the surgery. So I opted to have the surgery as soon as possible so I could return to my lifestyle as quickly as I could. And that ultimate decision saved my life, saved my career, saved my ability to perform at the level that I expect of myself and that other people expect of me. I had some concerns prior to the surgery about what my ultimate outcome was going to be. Dr. Ruotolo put my mind at ease, and fortunately, my outcome was terrific. Surgery was scheduled at a time that was convenient for me. Having to take care of patients of my own, it was nice to know that when I had an appointment at a particular time, I was going to be seen at that time. The day I showed up for the surgery, everything was prepared for me. There was contact between their office and myself the day of the surgery to make sure that I was aware that they were on time. The surgery went fabulously well. The surgical staff was attentive, they were compassionate, and I'm really glad I was in such capable hands. My goal was to get back to normal function, return to my normal activities of daily living, and within a few short months I was. Following the surgery, my experience with his office was tremendous. The staff was attentive, my appointments were timely, the advice I got was spot on. Afterwards, I got physical therapy on a schedule of 3 times a week. The whole progression is to first minimize pain, then we start getting some movement back into the joints, and eventually we start to build the strength in the joints. And right now, my shoulder feels fabulous. I have all the movement and all the strength I'd ever wanted to have. My experience with Total Orthopedics on a scale of 1 to 10 has been a 10 easily. Not just my recovery, but knowing that I had Dr. Ruotolo and his team behind me, really playing an active role in making sure that I was recovering the way I was supposed to and the way that they expected me to. Following the surgery, I was able to return to treating patients as I had been previously, playing soccer on a weekly basis, working out at the gym. I'm now better off than I was even before the injury happened. Prior to the surgery, prior to the traumatic injury, I was in pain every single day. Now, I wake up every day, I'm pain-free.